Well, hello there. On this episode, we're going to head out catfishing. And with any luck at all, we'll bring one home to make some yummy, very delicious fish tacos. So stay tuned and maybe you'll find some new tips and tricks to help you on your next adventure. Ooh. Wow, what a glorious day today. Over to see if we can find Mr. Catfish and see what he's up to. Short trip, but here we are. Got to get the old pole baited up, ready to go. So just happen to have a new batch of fresh pigeon meat. I tell you, oddly enough, that's what catfish love to eat. So now we have our two poles out, and this is where we just sit back and wait for Mr. Catfish to come along and grab what we put out there for him. Now we're just going to sit back and wait a little bit. Ooh, could be it. I think I'm getting a bite. All right. Come on. There's some big rocks right below us. We can just try to hold him up out of that. If we can get over those rocks and get right here, we'll be doing good. Oh yeah. Here we go. All right. Holy cow. It's one of the bigger ones I've ever caught. Get the hook out of him here. Wow, it is buried in him. Get the, oh, there we go. The hook out. All right. Finally, got a catfish. We're going to take him home and we're going to turn him into some fish tacos. And we're going to bleed him out right here in the old transition box. And then after he bleeds out, when we get home, we'll clean him up. I'm going to get this guy out and get him ready to clean up. All right, that's going to be enough fish tacos for everybody. All right, so I've got home with Mr. Catfish and I'm getting the mobile cutting board ready to go, which looks an awful lot like a tailgate to my pickup. But what I wanted to tell you is that I always keep some of this handy dandy cardboard on hand because it makes a really nice disposable cutting board. And I always have a pile of this cut up in these little pieces ready to go. So before I get too far into this, I better get the remnants of the last project off the cutting board. Go to town on this guy here. Let's open them up right behind the head there and make my way down the backbone here like that. There we go. There we go. Then I'm just going to follow this around here. And my knife is sharp, sharp, sharp. I'm going to turn him on his side. Now, got our nice clean fillet. And I mean, this thing, that is a good one. That is a really nice one. We're going to want to cut this brown piece out of here. Oh, like some directions on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to start here. And it's just kind of a wedge shape. And any of that right there, you're going to want to get it off when you're done. The key to this is get that brown piece off of there. And just work down like that. There's that. Then work off that little brown right there. And this little bit here off the tail. There, perfect, good enough. There. Now that thing is looking good and ready to go. Yeah, we'll cut that little. There we go. Now, I think I've said it before. Make sure the knife's sharp. And we'll do this to the second piece. Be careful because it's a great way to take the tips off your fingers too. So there we go. We're going to take and put this in the water to soak overnight. Prior to that, I'm going to cut it up into these little fish steak type of pieces for our fish tacos. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the grain of meat about like that. Then I will go this direction and this direction. There we go. There. 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 There we go. So these are all going to be perfect. Wow, those are some huge fillets. So it's all cleaned up. So now this is a good part. Our cutting board. We're all done using it, and this goes right out to the garbage. Mr. Catfish is all cut up into the right size pieces and everything, and now we're just going to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. All right, Mr. Catfish, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
24 hours later.
For this next section of making the fish tacos, it gets pretty basic. There's a few moving parts, but it's not too bad. So first we're going to get a strainer out, and we're going to strain some of our fish. So we're just going to take and throw a few pieces in here and get them to dry. So now that we got our fish drying, we're going to grab a bowl out here. Oh yeah, Pioneer Woman. Yep. What I'm going to use for this fish is some spicier stuff. It is the Louisiana fish fry, and it is the Cajun crispy fish fry. And it's spicy because it says spicy, and you can see the little pepper on it. And it actually is pretty spicy. I'm going to use it just full on recipe on this go around. If I was having company over, I normally cut it about in half with just the regular Louisiana fish fry, because this has been known to be a little bit too spicy for some folks. So I'm going to put a generous amount of this in here, like so. Then I'm going to take the fish and throw them in there. And I tell you what, the spicy is spicy. I can hardly breathe right now. Right, so we're just going to move these pieces around in here until they're coated real nice. And then, like I say, this part is actually super easy. I'm just getting them coated and getting them ready to go into the fryer. So we're going to do two things at once. We're going to get the hot oil heating up so we can give these guys a hot oil treatment. And then simultaneously, we're going to be making the coleslaw. So we'll get to that right now. The coleslaw for the fish tacos is pretty easy. I take some fresh cilantro and chop up the leafy part, leaving out the bigger stems. I make sure the cilantro is finely chopped, and then I place it in a large mixing bowl. After that, I add some pre-chopped and blended cabbage to the bowl. I add in some sour cream. I don't really measure anything, I just kind of go by sight. You're going to want to mix in the sour cream really thorough at this point. After that, I add in some taco seasoning and mix it up one more time. And that's it. The coleslaw is ready. I also have a couple of limes on hand, so I'm going to go ahead and quarter those up at this time as well and get them ready to put on the fish tacos. The oil looks like it's ready, so we're going to try a little bit here with Mr. Catfish. Oh yeah. So we're going to drop Mr. Catfish in there. We'll put probably 3 or 4 chunks in there. I'm using my small pot today. I don't want to overload it. Oopsie. There we go. That's looking good. We've got our landing pad here, and we're just going to wait for it to cook. So I know I've been saying catfish tacos this whole time, but what I really meant to be saying was catfish burritos, and we're going to go ahead and get Mr. Rodriguez involved here. So it looks like Mr. Catfish is done. So I'm going to pull him out. Round 1. Ooh. Yeah, they're looking good. Put them out here on the landing pad. Then I'm going to throw the last little bit right back in there. Oh yeah, that is looking perfect. Here we go. Okay, we've got our tortilla heated up. We've got Mr. Fish all fried up. We got our limes. We've got our coleslaw. So let's go ahead and put some of this on here, just about like so. Put a couple of these in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Like that. Then we just cover that up because it always sprays me right in the face. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's see what we got. Well, it's another great day outside, and so we decided to bring Mr. Catfish Burrito outside to give it a try, see how it is.
He won't eat it. He hates everything.
That is really good.
He likes it.
But this turned out really, really good. So it's something you might want to give it a try. It's really simple. It's really easy to do. And normally, if I cook it for myself or for a couple other people, everybody seems to really enjoy it. So thanks for watching.